Salam everyone. It's May the 3rd. After 3 or 4 months of a delay, I finally got my paperwork complete with the Consulate of Canada. So me going to Morocco at the end of this year is going to be a lot easier with a Canadian renewal citizenship. So how is everyone doing? I'm so sorry to kind of inform people that, because a few people are like, when are you coming back to Aqaba? I intentionally stayed in Aqaba for 6 months so that I could really release and let go of a lot. Sure, I made an impact on a lot of people and vice versa, but I don't have intentions of going back there, at least for a very long time. As you know, when I return to Jordan, I'm going straight to Jabal Aman, and I'm going to be very busy studying Arabic. After the program, every day I'm going to have 4 or 5 hours of homework. So I literally will not have time to even travel other areas of Jordan. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so other things that people were asking me about is if I already missed Jordan, and the answer is yes. Listen, as much as my first language is Armenian, I still love change. I still feel more connected and accepted in Jordan, spiritually, everything, physically. Armenia is my heritage, but it's not my ultimate future. It's not who I ultimately am on a soul level. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I remember, the difference when I entered Qatar, even though it's not my first time. All the employees, doesn't matter what race they are, Arab or not Arab, even African, they're so friendly. There is one thing that I want to kind of make people understand, is that, because a lot of people are like, oh, Middle Easterns, Arabs, Jordanians, they're very negative. But as a whole, I'm much more widely accepted there, appreciated there. Listen, I've told this to many people. Everything I've ever done for my culture, my people, my communities, for Armenia, has been celebrated, revered, and honored, and seen more in Jordan, even though I did it here, rather than my own people. So if you think Jordanians are negative, Armenians are probably by far the most negative group of people I've ever met in my life. There are some Armenians who are adopting and changing and smiling, but overall negative. So when you're in the Jordanian, the airport in Amman, the workers are mediocre. You'll meet some nice and some rude staff members, right? Qatar, they're also friendly and helpful. You don't even have to ask them. They will come to your aid and just smile and everything. And then you enter Armenia. See, the interesting thing is actually in the airport in Armenia, it's changed a lot compared to what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They were in the banks, everywhere you go, so rude. And because of the Russian influence, back in the Soviet times and before that, anybody who smiled was considered. So back then, if you were American or, smiling or just have a glow on your face, they would look at you like you're a criminal, which is not the case. So, but even forget about the Russian influence. When you're in any area where there's groups of Armenians, it's written on their face, sur yeres, which in English translates to sharp face. They have this serious look on their face, serious look in their eyes. You could just, it's written on them how negative people that they are. It's encoded in the genes. And you can't say whether it's because of multiple genocides that Armenians have experienced throughout every century, or if it's because a mix of that and just... Okay, people are still asking me these questions over what was happening in Jordan. Okay, so with the Yemeni guy, okay, when I first checked into that apartment hotel and he was standing in front of the bed, they wanted some clarification on this. If, like, well, okay, the question was, what would I have actually done if he did physically try to touch me? If he put one finger on me, I'm pretty sure, I study people's movements, okay? I'm able to detect if a person, man or woman, is capable of fighting physically and if they can defend themselves, because I study people. And I'm pretty sure in less than 5 seconds up to maybe 2 minutes, his entire body would be slammed against the wall, if not go through the door, if he did physically touch me. Okay? Which he didn't, but if he did it, when he did start texting me, I would hardly respond to him. Maybe if I did respond to him, it was every other day, every few days, one-word answers. Then he started slowly, little, trying to video call me. I wouldn't answer. If I did, straight up, what do you want? Why are you calling me? And his responses would be very vague, or he wouldn't respond, and I would just hang up on him. I did block him. Then he found other means to contact me, and he started asking other people about me. So this is the, you know, with the Egyptian guy, when I punched him around, he literally knocked on the floor. His head was shaking, and he literally fell to the ground. But he was enjoying it because he's never seen a physically strong woman before. Hence, I remember... So if you think this is funny or not, serious talk though, I do remember telling the Yemeni guy to his face, there's jinn all around you. Here's the thing about me, there's jinn in my ancestry. Followed my family around. So me being in the region of the Holy Land, like, you know, Palestine, Jordan, these regions... I'm sure when I go to Morocco, there's going to be some magical experiences too. It's very welcoming and home to me, okay? So in my family, there's a lot of this jinn. And because I've always had such a strong will and a believer in fate, and I keep my heart clean, I purify myself, the jinn cannot easily get to me. So what it does is it gets to other weaker people. And these people can portray themselves as religious or faith-based, but it goes through people's weakness. So you may or may not know, there's good jinn, there's evil jinn. Like there's good people, there's evil people, right? Allah uses the jinn to get things done. You know, maybe even help move things, whether it's good or bad. Because everything is a lesson in life. And my phone is dying again. This phone is always dying. So I recall telling him to his face, there's jinn around you. Start praying. Like, I can see it in people's eyes when there's jinn around them. When the jinn is gonna use these people to get to me. Or to continue a path I'm supposed to be on. It's like paving the way. Because a lot of people feel the spiritual connection to me, and they don't know how they know me. They feel like they know me. I'm like, this is jinn possession. You're being possessed by jinn. These Akhbarists are having coffee. It's literally been raining the past 2 days. Ever since I came. See the mountains anymore. Mount Ararat, by the way, in the one video earlier that I was showing you, that you could see behind. See, right now you can't see it, but earlier, Ararat and Masis. In Gyumri, where I live, you can't see Ararat. You can only see it in Yerevan. Well, at least, you know, it's a lot closer in terms of the view. In Gyumri, we have the view of Mount Aragats, which is another beautiful mountain.